Hello there. Good morning, TGIF. We are just about live here. Looks like we are live. Hello everyone. I am Eliza Babcock with Prisma Homes at Keller Williams Cherry Hill. I am the listing agent here at this amazing opportunity in Barclay Farm, Cherry Hill. We are in a really big house right in the center of New Barclay. There's so much to love here. I am thrilled to be bringing it to you today. We have so much to see. There is one area we can't see, which I'll get to. We are in a home with no Wi-Fi, so we are at the mercy of Cherry Hill cell service, which if you guys know, you know. But I am so excited. The address is 195 Pearlcroft Rd. We just listed this on Monday. Nice big 4-bed, 2.5 bath colonial home with a full footprint basement and a 1-car garage and a sparkling pool. We're gonna go through the whole thing. You guys can feel free to ask me questions in the chat. I will do my best to respond as we go through. If you're watching this later and we're not live, just send a DM. We'll answer your questions. If you have a very detail-oriented question, we can send the disclosure, any additional information you might need, but we'll go through the basics today. So we'll probably be live here for about 25 to 30 minutes. We'll start on the first floor, do the second floor, can't do the basement, I'm so sorry, and then we'll go outside. It's a beautiful day. So again, I am Eliza. Feel free to get chatty with me. We have an open house this Sunday, 1 to 3 p.m. My teammate Cassie will be hosting. Please come. There's something called the Barclay Shuffle, some of you might know. And it's when you move from Barclay to Barclay. And this is the exact type of home that if you're interested in like making a real wealth building move, if you've got an updated home that's maybe a little bit smaller and you want to capitalize on the all-time pricing high for updated homes right now, move into something bigger, take it room by room, this is the opportunity at this given moment. So you want to talk more about that, I can give you some examples of how this actually looks. So don't be afraid to reach out. Also, if you're relocating and have a flair for design and want to really make something your own, this is such an awesome way to do that. So again, we'll go through, we want you to come to the open house and experience this in person. Video is great, in person is better. But let's get started, okay? So we will turn this around. Did it. That is the hardest button to hit correctly. So I'm gonna start you, I was in the dining room where the light was so soft and beautiful, but we're gonna start you at the front. This is a nice big lot. For some reason, acreage did not populate into this listing. I'm guessing it's about a 0.3 acre. Sometimes people will say that they don't wanna like live on Pearlcroft. I wouldn't call it a busy road, there's no yellow line. It is a more main artery through this side of New Barclay. How long have we been pointing it out here? There's no cars. So, definitely don't let that deter you from at least coming to see it and experience it for yourself. But you can see here, and we'll go outside later, beautiful front walkway. They bumped out the driveway to accommodate what looks like to be 3, if not 4 cars. And we've got the original doors here. So sometimes people will be a little bit nervous about original items. What I can tell you is when this home was built in 1962, it was the best of materials. Way better than later builds in the 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s. And if something has been cared for so beautifully since then, we love to see original elements. This is the original door. Look at what shape it's in. Look at the hardware. That is replacement hardware over here, but the knocker is original. It just means that this home has been beautifully cared for and this home was well built in 1962. We're gonna step into a very large formal living room. Now, you'll have to excuse me because I grew up in a Northfield. I have a lot to say about the way these spaces get used because I lived in one for so long. It was our family home. This room is big enough to divvy up into 2 spaces if you want. We had a TV in this room. Right about where this bookshelf was, we had a television. I have seen gorgeous built-ins, including at my parents' home, that generally go on either side of this window. You've got 2 totally equal spaces there to do built-ins. Gorgeous. And something you're gonna notice right away in this home is that all the windows have been replaced with very high-end windows. I believe, and I have to like double check this, but I believe that the Northfield has more windows than any other home in Barclay. So seeing these done, big deal, because it is expensive. Now, one signature item about the Northfield is the double-sided fireplace. We will get to that more when we go into the other room, but I wanted you to see at least the first side. But you can just imagine this room, and all we've got on are those two little lamps. The rest of this is natural light. This home receives beautiful natural light. What was I gonna say? I lost my train of thought when I was struck by the amazing natural light in this home. You can imagine like entertaining, more formal times. You can put a TV in, as I mentioned, there's absolutely space for it. Again, my family put one right here. Look at this original mantle. Absolutely beautiful. There's a lot of wallpaper in this home. Don't be afraid of that. We are priced to sell here. The list price for this home is $589. The price per square foot there is one of the lowest you're gonna see. We're at $275 a square foot. Average is well into the 300s. So there is a discount here. There's a little bit that most people are gonna wanna do, like floors, take down the wallpaper, put up a fresh coat of paint, but the home is in really solid shape. But you can just imagine, like, wouldn't this be a fun room to organize and make some stylistic choices in? The original hardwoods definitely need a refinishing, but in terms of their like physical well-being, they're great. There's no warping, there's no missing boards, there's no damage. It just needs a refinish. So love this living room. We're gonna actually swing back through, give you a view of the foyer here. Nice big coat closet right at the front. And this is one of my favorite views in the Northfield. The side turn staircase is so beautiful. And when you're greeting people at your front door, you have a lot of space to say hello, take coats, get settled, and people are seeing this. And they're also seeing into the room we were just in, and they're getting a peek at this beautiful dining room. Again, guys, if you're just joining us, we are at 195 Pearlcroft Road in Cherry Hill. A wonderful option at $589. Look at this big dining room. Now, this is a beautiful bay window. A few of the larger colonials have this. The Northfield, I think, is very similar to the Bradford in having this ledge there that you can do plants, you can do a cushion seat. All four of those windows have been replaced. Very like antique pretty in here. Lots of space. So we've got the table extended here to fit 6 people. You can even do 8. Chair rail. Look at this beautiful vintage wallpaper. Isn't that lovely? Probably not the original. Looks to be probably in the 1980s or so. And then I've got my back to one wall. This is the entire span of the house straight through to that window. So you can see this is a big home. You have a lot of flexibility. You have a lot of space. Look at this light too. Really good fixtures in here. And original doors. There's some other original materials in the basement. Like once upon a time, there were saloon style doors right here. They still have them. And you're getting a peek at the vintage kitchen. Now we've seen this model sell well into the 700s. There has not been an updated one in about a year. If this were to be completely updated and list today, could easily fetch the mid to high 7s. So there's equity here to be had. And we're in the kitchen now. The kitchen and family room are conjoined, and we've got original cabinets. They've been painted white, but they've got the amazing iron hardware, black iron hardware. Look at this hood from 1962. Look at the range. Hold on, let me get a better shot of this with the push button General Electric. That is original. Everything in here still works as far as we know. The oven, General Electric, white enamel. Look at the maintenance on this thing. This is a homeowner who really loved their home. And although this is not an original owner selling it, they bought it in 1967. Somebody was here for about 5 years prior to this family purchasing it, and they've been here ever since. So they have been here almost 60 years and done a phenomenal job with this home. There's good vibes in here. Like, you step in and you're like, oh, I love that light above the table. Look at the dark beams. They match the accent mantle over there. The original brick fireplace is painted a creamy white, and then with the brick on the floor. And this is the other side of the double-sided fireplace. Now, this was converted to gas. That is a difficult conversion given the fact that it's double-sided, and you have to custom order logs to be seen from both sides. That is done. If you wanted to take it back to wood burning, you very likely could, but it's so nice to have that gas conversion in place. One little secret about the Northfield, this closet. Now, in the 90s, my family put all of our VHS tapes in here. Perfect movie cabinet. Then when, you know, DVDs and then no DVDs happened, it became a place for like the router. I think we kept dog food in there. It's such a great little spot to squirrel things away, and totally unique to this model. Look at this kitchen. It's big. And if you want to, without taking down any walls, you can do a big luxury kitchen. We can send you images of this done. There's plenty of room for a center island. You can completely reconfigure this thing, moving, you know, plumbing, oven, fridge. You can also just renovate it and add the island and leave everything where it is. I've seen that done both ways. Any questions, guys, just shout them out. Now, this is one really cool part of the Northfield. There's 2 steps down into what is now the laundry room. Doesn't have to be the laundry room. And you're thinking, what else could it be? Let me show you that this attaches to the garage. Oops, I locked it instead of unlocking it. We've got a 1-car garage here. Whether you're parking in it or not, you can come in this way, certainly. Oh, and while we're here, storage above. Look at that. There's a pull down. See the pull down to the right? And workshop in the back. So much space. You can actually grab some of that space if you want it. I've seen that done. We have a closet here. And remember, that nook is just behind this wall. Closet here. This is where we kept things like cleaning supplies, the vacuum, all of that. But if you wanted to move laundry and do a dream come true mudroom, you could put in a utility sink, some built-ins, whatever you want. There's water right here. You can even leave laundry here and do this. You have such a great opportunity in this space right off the kitchen. Step up here. Highly usable, and you make this what you want it to be. Again, if you're interested in seeing some images of those things that I'm talking about, all you have to do is DM us and I will get those right to you. Isn't this fantastic? Now, normally I don't go outside first, but what I would like to highlight is this 3-season room with floor to ceiling sliders all around, so full panorama every side. You are seeing the pool. We're gonna go out there at the end, but I do want you to see it because this transitional space is so lovely. It's a hot day right now. It is not that warm in here. I think that this is well built and it's very shaded. What a great opportunity to enjoy the space between inside and out. You can just imagine kind of sitting here. I would take my morning coffee right exactly here every day of my life. Looking out at the pool. And it's not just the pool, this is a big private yard. We're gonna spend some time out there at the end. But I did wanna highlight for you because this is right off the family room, so you can imagine like holidays, birthdays, having some friends over, bottles of wine. This is such a good gathering space. I want you to come see it at the open house. Okay, and I want you to experience, I forgot to turn that other light on, that's okay. And remember, $589. This is an opportunity. Now, the only room we didn't do is the powder room. Look at the original mosaic tile floor there, that black and speckled gray. Gorgeous little vanity. Mirror with the sconces on both sides. Absolutely adorable. And I love the placement of the Northfield bathroom. It's not right up against the kitchen or the living room. And again, just lay of the land, remember, formal living room this way, staircase, dining and kitchen are that way, okay? And with that, we are going upstairs. So we're gonna do these 3 bedrooms on this side first. We'll do the primary last. The primary is huge. And I made a conscious decision in these rooms, didn't turn a lamp on. So all of the light that you are seeing is natural light. This is what it's gonna look like without a single lamp on. These homes were built with no overhead lighting. It's very easy to add, especially upstairs. There's a full attic, you just drop in as much lighting as you want. Good closets. This one goes back really far. I love this wicker set. Look at that. Look at the natural light, the shadows it's creating. Definitely big enough for, this looks like a full, but big enough for a queen if you wanted it. The only wallpaper in here is that trim, although there could be some wallpaper underneath. You never know for sure. We're seeing a lot of original hollow core doors here. These are, I think, a mahogany veneer. They are hollow. When we see the original doors from 1962, it's another green flag. What does it mean? The home was beautifully cared for the last, how many? I'm trying to do the math. 60 something years. This is a really nice big room. When my sisters were little, they shared this room. It's the largest. Another nice big closet over there. Beautiful natural light, not a single light on in this room. Floor is very similar to downstairs. They are in good shape, but they do need a refinishing. We can always help you talk to somebody about what that would look like and what your options are. I feel like refinishing floors has gotten so much easier as some of these like dustless methods and these one-day solutions have come into play, and it's such a great thing to do before you move in. Look at this view here. This is so classic. That beautiful banister, solid wood, the original spindles, and the way this upstairs is formatted with this generous landing and then the half wall banister. So it's really open and airy. That's, I think, pretty different from any other. There's a few different ways of coming upstairs, but like some of them you just come up into a narrow hallway. This is the smallest bedroom. If you guys need measurements or anything, you just let us know. Now I want to point one thing out. Through this window, you're seeing the roof line of the garage. If you drive through Barclay enough, you will see this model with additions over the garage. It's a 1-car garage, so you're limited on your footprint to the 1 car. But if you needed some extra space or another bedroom, you do have that opportunity in this model without breaking ground on any new footprint. You can go right off the roof line. Pretty room here. And again, no lights on, 100% natural light. You see the redone windows, wallpaper trim. Definitely want to budget for, a fresh coat of paint and some wallpaper removal. I want to show you this blue bathroom. This is about as good as it gets in terms of preserved original Scarborough bathrooms. We've got the blue, 2-tone blue mosaic tile floor. We've got the original blue toilet. The vanity is totally original except for the faucet has been replaced, but with something that looks very much like the original. And the light has been replaced. Medicine cabinet is intact. Look at that. Oh, I didn't turn this light on. Let me do that for you. There we go. You see me. Hi. I love it. And this tub is one of the cleanest and best. Look at the grout. This looks like it was installed yesterday. Beautiful white grout. Original fixtures here, original tub. Absolutely beautiful. And these tubs are cast iron with enamel, so they last forever. If you are a mid-century enthusiast, this is exactly what you want to see. You can have so much fun playing into this. Also, if it's not your thing, totally can renovate, but I just want to point out it's a fully functional, amazing vintage bathroom. Oh, so good. There's fewer and fewer of these left all the time. Back into the hallway, we've got a linen closet on the right. Good for towels and toiletries, etc. The access panel for the tub is in there. Now this is one of my favorite things also about the Northfield, this upstairs catch-all closet. Is there a light? I don't think there is. Huge closet. We used to keep our suitcases and sleeping bags in here. You can hang things. You can use this as spillover for the primary, which is right here. What a great closet to have. One thing I've never seen done that I've always been interested is if anyone ever wanted to turn it around and access it from inside this bedroom, but I have not seen that done. Probably because there's already two closets. Look at the size of this bedroom. I believe the Northfield is the largest primary suite in all of the original Barclay models. The measurements for this bedroom, 19 by 13. Huge. You have one standard closet here. It's extra deep. You can practically walk into it. I've had this argument with people. Is this a walk-in or is this not a walk-in? Because you can see you can walk into it. I don't know that I would, but you could. Plenty of room for any size bed, including a California king. I did turn the lamps on in here. This room, because of kind of where it is in the house, was a little bit less bright. Love this wicker vanity. Look at that. Now, when I originally gave you the shot, I was standing in what we call the vanity nook. And I want to take a minute to explain to you this. So, when we're in the bedroom, we see there's a window. They've got a beautiful gold chair right there. The walk-in closet is here. Okay, so nice big walk-in closet. Oh good, there is a light. So you see 3 sides of shelving. You can certainly do a beautiful closet system in here. It's big. I've seen that reconfigured all different ways. But you've got this space, whereas if you don't need like a makeup vanity, you've got some options here. If you do want to have a vanity space, this is great because there's natural light. Original bathroom for the most part. A couple things have been replaced in here, but look at this yellow mosaic tile. We've got the corner capsule shower, original. I think it's the original toilet. They replaced the faucet on the sink, so that is not original, but the rest of the vanity is. Look at that. Isn't it beautiful? I'm a vintage, especially mid-century lover, so I get very excited about these things. If you are not, that's okay. We're not going to come knocking on your door if we see you replacing it. But it's a really good sized bathroom. And there's room for a tub if you wanted one. But what there's also room for, and I'll see if I can explain this in a way that makes sense. You can expand your bathroom all the way into this nook. Leave the doorway, but have the bathroom start here. You can do a huge luxury bath very, very easily. All you're really taking down is this wall and then moving some plumbing. Another thing is you can leave the closet door here and access your walk-in closet in the bathroom, or you can move it to this wall. Options. So if that doesn't make sense to you, I will send you pictures. I can make it make sense, basically. Such an opportunity to rethink this space as bathroom. without making like major changes. You're not like losing a room or losing a closet or anything like that. You're operating off of existing opportunity. One more look at this beautiful room. Now I also want to mention that there's a huge attic that runs the entire width of the home. The access is right here. If you don't like going up in those pop-ups, you have so much space right here to cut a pull down. Most people have done that. And then you can access this attic so easily for seasonal stuff, etc. There's also mega storage in the basement, but sadly, as I already forewarned you, we cannot look at the basement on this virtual tour. I immediately lose signal when I get halfway down the stairs. It's the curse of being tied to Cherry Hill cell service. But here's what I'll tell you about the basement. One side is finished, many years ago finished, but finished. Paneling, linoleum floor. It's a nice dry basement. HVAC was, I think it was done just a couple of years ago. Nothing to really do down there except if you wanted to renovate. And then the other side that's not finished is huge storage and workshop opportunity. So again, we're going out through my room. This is like where you would find me. Oh, it's bright out. And we're stepping outside to an unbelievable, I can't even see my phone, it's so bright. Oh my God, I need like a umbrella. Look at this pool. We've got a beautiful brick patio. Look at the brick pattern here. Mechanicals are behind that little gate. The yard is fully fenced. Awesome pool. Now, once upon a time, this was a hot tub. I don't know if that is still the case. It could certainly be restored into a hot tub, but it's also just like a fun little place to sit, especially for kiddos or something. Shed is in as-is condition, but is a great opportunity to be able to put everything away. I'll step over here and show you. Look at how great this is. So if you're a pool person, we don't get a ton of these. I mean, we have 2 swim clubs in the neighborhood, so it's less of a personal pool neighborhood. But if this is on your list of things you want, you do not miss this one. And the pool is in great shape. It's been professionally maintained, open to close, everything. And again, it's a big yard and very private. You know, we've got all these, what are these, rhododendron. We've got beautiful mature trees. Is this a hibiscus maybe? All of this out here. Oh my God, I can't even see. I hope I'm pointing it in the right direction. It's so bright today. I'm gonna stand over here so I can see. And this would be your view, right off of your 3-season room. Come dip your toes in this on Sunday, 1 to 3, open house. Just toes, please, not full bodies. We did once upon a time have somebody that was like, can we go for a quick swim? And I said, no, you can't. Although one time I did hire a family to play in the pool. We had an indoor pool listed, and I hired a family to come play in the pool during Brokers Open. That was funny. Oh, it feels good in here. Air's working nicely. It is a hot day. It got really warm really fast. But look at this. So I'm just gonna cruise around and chit chat with you guys about Barclay, the neighborhood, the area. Barclay Farm is on the top of everyone's list when they are moving to South Jersey. They say, well, I really want Barclay. And then they list off some other places or towns, but Barclay is kind of, it's a hot one. And there's reasons for that. Location-wise, you know, I can get to the Ben Franklin Bridge sometimes in under 15 minutes. So if you are a Philly commuter, if you do commute, you can either drive, or we have 2 available Patco stations. You could go to Woodcrest or Haddonfield, Haddonfield being closer to the city, so you'd probably do that. They're probably about equidistant from here, although Haddonfield might be a little quicker to get to. Speaking of Haddonfield, downtown Haddonfield is amazing. I go there almost every day of my life. when we say I'm going downtown, we're talking about Haddonfield. There's a lot of crossover, Barclay to Haddonfield. A lot of activities where people are kind of like some of the acting schools and other kids stuff. A lot of participation with Haddonfield. And then parades, restaurants, small businesses, events, all of that. Can't beat it. And you're literally, I think it's like a mile to downtown Haddonfield from here. So a couple minutes in the car, or you can walk or ride a bike. Oh, look at how pretty that was just coming in there. Did you see that? Again, two neighborhood swim clubs, Barclay Farm Swim Club, Covered Bridge Swim Club. Great way to meet the neighborhood if you're new. Great way to see all your friends if you're not new. They are open Memorial to Labor Day. And you do pay to join, but what a great resource for the neighborhood. Lots of events, an adult social, lots for the kids. If you have any swimmers in the family, great swim teams. Barclay Farm Swim Club also has a day camp. So my daughter is there now. So lots of good stuff. We are, I think, still walking distance. I don't think that if you bought this, it would be a bus, but walking distance to A. Russell Knight Elementary School, one of the most top-rated schools in Cherry Hill. Fantastic community, lots to do, so fabulous. I went there as a child. Both my kids went or are currently going there. You have Rosa International Middle, which is now a districted middle school for Barclay Farm, and choice of Cherry Hill, East or West for high school. So much to love. Not just with this home, but you're sort of purchasing a lifestyle when you buy Barclay. Very social, very engaged, very friendly, community-oriented. Lots to do. I want to show you the front of the house. There was somebody kind of lurking, so I was waiting for them to go. But let's go take a peek at the front. So you're going to see, I hinted at this before, I want to show you the driveway. Nice bump out here. So originally it would have just been the single, two-car stack. And they bumped it out so you could definitely fit a car there. I'll call it a 3-car driveway. And we took a look at the garage. They've got their original lamp post. Look at how pretty, it's like a picture, a live picture right here. Absolutely gorgeous. I'll show you the gate around to the pool. Bug just flew into my mouth. Lots of green grass. Now you see right there, I want to show you, there's something called the Cherry Hill Dog Stick Library. It is not on this property, it belongs to the neighbor. We have a little reel up about it. If you have a little doggy, they are going to thank you for moving here, because they will see friends and have access to this right next door. So like a dog's dream come true. Go on our Instagram and check out our little reel about this. How cute is that? I love the color of this tree. That beautiful red, kind of offsetting that red front door. Oh, so gorgeous. And lots of grass out front. A lot of people in this neighborhood really utilize their front yards. You might see some Adirondacks, a fire pit, kids playing in the front. Very friendly vibes here, very usable space. Again, Sunday open 1 to 3. All are welcome. If you're not even sure if you're looking for a house and this piqued your interest, come on by. And we've been live for, oh my gosh, 35 minutes. We are ready to wrap here. Hold on. So I want to thank you. Whoops. I want to thank you for joining me today. I moved to the light. I'm sweating. It is hot out. Whoa. What is my thing doing? Okay, again, 195 Pearlcroft, Northfield model, Barclay Farm, Cherry Hill, New Jersey, 589. Unbelievable opportunity. Again, if you want to talk about making a wealth building move, if you want to talk about the Barclay shuffle, let's talk, because this is it. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. You're quiet today, but you're there, I saw you. We will post this, it'll be permanently on our Facebook for 30 days and permanently on YouTube. So check it out there if you'd like to watch again. Have a great weekend. Enjoy this beautiful sunshine. See you at the next one. Bye, guys.